What are rent control laws in NYC? Have you ever wondered how rent control laws in New York City affect both tenants and property owners? Understanding these laws is key for anyone involved in real estate investing or property management. In New York City, rent control laws are designed to regulate how much landlords can increase rent on certain properties. These laws fall into two main categories: rent control and rent stabilization. Rent control applies to buildings constructed before 1947. This type of control is generally stricter. It limits the rent that can be charged and how often rent increases can occur. Typically, rent control is applied to apartments that have been continuously occupied by the same tenants since before 1971. The New York City Rent Guidelines Board determines rent increases for these apartments, and they are usually more limited than those for rent-stabilized apartments. On the other hand, rent stabilization covers buildings built between 1947 and 1974, as well as those that have received specific tax benefits, like the 421A program. Rent-stabilized apartments allow for slightly higher rent increases compared to rent-controlled apartments. The Rent Guidelines Board sets annual rent increase caps for these apartments, which usually range from 0% to around 2%, depending on the lease term. For real estate investors, knowing these laws is essential. It helps avoid legal issues and allows for accurate rental income estimates. While rent control laws restrict rent increases, there are ways to raise rents under certain conditions, such as when significant capital improvements are made to a property. When dealing with problem tenants in rent-controlled or rent-stabilized properties, understanding the legal framework is vital. Rent control laws can limit the ability to raise rents as a way to cover costs associated with difficult tenants. However, investors can consider other strategies, like negotiating lease terms or focusing on maintaining good tenant relations to reduce disputes. Effective property management is crucial in navigating rent control laws. This includes keeping detailed records of rent increases and capital improvements, as well as ensuring compliance with all legal requirements. By doing this, investors can manage their properties effectively while respecting tenants' rights under rent control laws. Understanding these regulations not only helps in managing properties, but also in creating a positive living environment for tenants.